What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? March champion 131 zone. MooRooM. Yeah, we probably in a mug and him today. So shout out the new spot. Gratitude for it as well. This is months in the making, years in the making. Shouts out to everyone, everything that I have connected with, especially through meditation, visualization, just to be in this spot right here. Mm-hmm. It's like, why try? Why try so hard to physically impose your will when I just think it up? Matter of fact, when I'm meditating and visualizing this right here, I didn't have to talk to anybody about it. I didn't have to ask anybody's permission. I didn't have to get a cosign from anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just you and source, you and God, it's you and spirit, you and yourself, you and the universe. Oh yeah, we hear you. That wind coming through, we see you. It's a wind advisory like a mug right here, about 34 to 50 MPHs right here. So, oh yeah, it's a dope feeling to be out there in this building. You know what I'm saying? We cleaned it out over the weekend. It's been a couple day process as far as getting things out of here. Shouts to the neighbor, especially, you know what I'm saying, for being so gracious to bring his truck over. So we can haul some things off to the dump. Shouts to Spirit for having me up, and shouts to myself for holding myself accountable for being up as well. Because Nick could have stayed in the bed, could have did everything for everybody else, and it was just like, nah. Like, I'm good. I'm good. So it's good to be here. It's wonderful to just have a space in which I can stretch out my legs, a space where I can put my things at as well. I mean, sure, it's a building, a storage shed, so it ain't like we ain't got the, you know what I'm saying, we got the Christmas tree in here. You know what I'm saying? We got old cabinets in here. We got paint and whatnot, and shovels, and we got the bikes in here, and bike racks, and all of that. So some stuff is still coming back, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I asked for something, and for the past, I would say 2 weeks, anytime I've driven by Lowe's, I stop. I go to Lowe's, and after I bought my stuff last week, you know what I'm saying, as far as the xenon lights, the copper wire, and the magnets, as I was leaving, they had storage sheds. You know, I drive around, I go up, and I drive past them, and I stop. And it was just like, go in there, just go in there, just go in there. So I got out, and there's like 3 or 4 of them. And of course, ego mind, you know what I'm saying? We look at the price, but it wasn't even about the price. I was just like, some, you know what I'm saying? Spirit was just like, go in there, motherfucker. Just go in there, motherfucker. Go in there, motherfucker. So I go in there, I step in there, and I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, each one of these storage buildings are not even, this storage building is twice the size of everything that I saw. I was inside. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm standing, so you know the ceilings is coming right here on the head. I mean, 5'9", 5'8", 5'7", somewhere around there. So 6 foot, 7 foot. And then the walls, you know what I'm saying? They had resin. They had the metal. I think they had one wood one. I forget what the other one was, but I stepped in every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? Looked around, closed my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what would it be like to hold class in here? What would it be like, you know what I'm saying, to do some exercise in here, do my breathing exercise in here? How would it feel? And I was there for about 10, 15 minutes. I did that. And I remember stepping out of the last one and just walking by them and just being like, we're going to get this. This is mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at the payments and I'm just like, shit, man, just man, $70, $80 here. What's that, a Verizon phone bill? You know what I'm saying? That's a Verizon bill right there. So I'm like, that's nothing. And money comes to me easily. So I'm not worried about that. But as I'm coming back, being in those buildings, visualizing what it would be like to hold court in there. Every time I come back and I look at the house and I'm just like, all of these buildings that I'm after, everything that I'm seeing with my own eyes, own two eyes out here, I have that already where I am. It's just that I need to clean it out. I mean, you talk about the things that was in here, I'm talking about was here when we got here a couple years back. And there were many sensual, fearful attractions that were coming out of it. It's just like, you know, it's dusty, it's dirt, there's no panel on the side. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know how you had the walls up? Ain't had no walls. Ain't no walls in them. Ain't no ceiling, ain't no roof. So air comes through here, dust come through here, dirt come through here. So it was hard to breathe in here for a lot. But by the time we got it, you know what I'm saying, by the time me and Mr. Pierce got that thing up out of here, man, it was just like each load, I felt lighter each time. And now, mind you, every time we coming back, you know what I'm saying, him and I having conversations, like, oh, shit, man, you know, he's talking about his building, his buildings. I think he got about two, three of them things right beside him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, sure, you know what I'm saying, get my stuff up out of there. And that's one of the things I was noticing as well. It's like, when you on your shit spiritually, when you on your shit like you say you're gonna be, you ain't got to tell nobody else about what you're doing. Somebody else gonna see that and be like, you know what? I wouldn't mind doing the same thing. You know, because how did it happen for me? A couple weeks back, I'm over at Kelly's house, you know what I'm saying? He called me through and cleaned out his basement, you know what I'm saying? Boxes out of there. And also down in his room, his cave. And we clean out there, throwing some stuff on the truck, you know what I'm saying? Getting couches out and boxes and old stuff. Clear down there. I just remember asking him what he was going to do with the extra space. Because I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, now that it's clean, man, you can do so many things. Like I have that stepbrother scene, like, yeah, man, then we got to clean. Saying we do aerobics. You know what I'm saying? There's something about that energy of clearing the space, you know what I'm saying? Clear the space on the inside, making room for things to really be seen and grow. And it's the same thing here. You know, this building had a judgment. This building had a narrative. And if never clean this out and turn it into something, it can never be turned into something if it's never clean. So I had to be the one to just say, I do it. I know what I want. I know what I desire. And I know I'm close. I know I'm close. And here we are, just somewhere to sit, somewhere to record, somewhere to stretch. There's more room. There's more room before, you know what I'm saying, put my piano over here, put the keyboard over here. I got my crystals out, you know what I'm saying? We can make little spots where we can put them things at, you know what I'm saying? I got a table for all the alchemies and whatnot. So yeah, the kids inside, I love it. I'm gonna be right here. because that way they can do what they gotta do, and I ain't gotta be sitting around, come around the corner like, hey, or tell the folk to quiet down and stuff like that. Like I can come out here and just record and do that, they go back. I come out here, record, do that, go back. This is my working in the gym. This is my gym. I needed my own home gym so I could, and I already had one, just need to upgrade. And the only way I was going to upgrade at that time was just use what you have. Use what you have, and then on down the road, the visualizations and manifestations are going to increase because they increase on what you are doing right now. Where you are right now. Are you happy with what you got? Like, yes, let's get it. So that's the opening for this one. How long we been talking? Did we even breathe yet? We doing any deep breathing yet? All right. Let's get some breathing in. One minute, 26 seconds. We're just going in and out. 4 minutes, 26 seconds of breathing. That's it. You breathe how you want. Go deep with it too. If you're a chest breather, breathe through your goddamn chest. If you're a stomach breather, breathe through your stomach. I like to do it through my stomach most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. It's not as if I don't catch both, but you focus where you focus at. And I see you on the other end. What's this, 426? So that's 6 and 6. Or 4-8. Either way. 426. Hey. Hey, that's my dad's birthday. What an energy. 6 and 6. Let's see, that's 56. I think it's 4, 6, 6. So my dad being born on April 26, 19. Let's see. April 26, 1950. 4, 8, that's 12, right? In 1950. 1, 9, 10, 10, 5, 15, come back to 6. So 4, 8, 6, 6, 4, 10, 18, go back to 9. Wait. Yeah, 9. All right. All right, let's breathe. All that was just, that's just me thinking out loud. All right. Woo. Visualize, go to your spot, go to your place. Meditate, levitate, elevate. The first couple breaths gonna be the, you still thinking about earlier today. It's okay. Keep going. You still thinking about last week. It's okay. Keep going. You focus on that breath. When we're bringing peace, prosperity, love, unconditional love, courage, faith, infinite healing, like compassion. Like you're activating the things that you already are. You're not missing any of these things. And, if you have a counter in your head, keep the counter. Either way, let's talk more breath. 4 minutes, 24 seconds. Oh, that little breathe, that little breathe. Now for the most, you know what I'm saying, 10, 15, 20, 30. But just know, she will really only take like 5 seconds to get yourself back. 10 seconds. You practice enough? Yeah, you get there. But it's what you do afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You get yourself in that calm state. And there's like, you're not in the calm state just so you can go to bed or just so you can rest or just so people stop getting on your nerves, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You want to use that for that? Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. But there's no, you know what I'm saying? For myself, I just be like, shit, man. I see it as an opportunity to clear out that bullshit so you can really go into what you want to go in. We on that throat chakra. We on that throat chakra. We on that 30 journal prompts to open and heal the throat chakra. See, this is where it really get. This is where it really get in now. This is where it really get in now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna step away just a bit. Make sure everybody on the inside is dope. And then we're gonna come back with this. So let's pause. We'll be right back. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So with the opening and the healing and researching of the throat chakra for myself, using senses, using all those things, meditation, you know what I'm saying? Using herbs, you know what I'm saying? Whether drinking them, smoking them. We got our crystals. Yeah. You also have your deities, your angels. You got your demons. You got your gods, your goddesses associated with it as well. If you know what I'm saying, you on that sigils. Aspects, energy streams that you want to activate within yourself that are already you. Let's see, what else? Essential oils, spiritual baths, tools, you know what I'm saying? Hitting all of those. So, for today. Hey, yeah, we're gonna find some music too. We got our affirmations. I remember reading this. Look at this. Remember being in high school? What school? Did you ask a question? And you were sure you knew the right answer, but something prevented you from raising your hand. It was especially difficult if the question didn't have a definitive right or wrong answer. Like in English, when you were asked for interpretation for what the author of a book was trying to say. Oh yeah. I mean, and just even looking at that, you see duality. You know what I'm saying? It's either right or wrong, this or right, that. You either got it or you didn't get it at all. It's not like kinda, it's not sorta, it's not maybe, it's no. And we all remember this. We all like, who did not go through this program? You went through this program. I went through this program. That inner monologue with yourself. Oh yeah, you didn't just start talking to yourself like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago when you started noticing. Nah, motherfucker, you've been doing this shit for a long time. That's what I told myself. Like, shit, I was doing this back then too. Well, thank you, because if I was doing it back then that means I'm okay. So I think I know, you think, but I don't want to sound stupid. That's just like every damn cartoon TV show that you've ever seen. They don't have it in school. They have it at work. It's the same way. Same way. Some people are not as fearful of those things, but they have their own things that they go through. Afraid to tell somebody. Huh? You're afraid to tell somebody that you're married. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Oh, I forgot. Or I wanted to say something, but I didn't know how you were gonna take it. Nah, you didn't know how, you never knew how you were gonna take it. So that's why you didn't tell me. It is what it is. Like, I know I have used many excuses to get out of something and didn't know why. For real. Like many reasons on why I didn't do this, why I didn't do that, why I didn't say this, why you feel like you keep certain things from somebody. But this is a great time to release those. Release them because you understand how these things manifest themselves, especially when we're younger. Come on, guys. All this shit happened when we was young. You forgot how much a fucking nerd you were. You forgot how fucking scared you were of everything. You forgot how brave you were of everything. That was the time you went outside without shoes on, without socks. Now you only want to step in the mud. Ah! You know what I'm saying? There was a time when you ran around your house naked. Naked. Now, you won't even let your shirt come up in front of anybody. Why? Why? Is there something you want to say, but you just don't want to say it? It can also happen in personal relationships. You're talking to someone. The opportunity is there, right there for you to tell them what's been weighing on your mind, but you just don't. How many times I've been through that? Man, just step up. Just say it. I want to say what's on my mind. Whether you tell somebody you want to love them, or tell somebody you don't love them anymore, or tell somebody that, you know what, I have a feeling that you want to have sex, but I'm just not. I'm not there yet. But I want to tell you because I want to still be with you. I want us to still have this connection. But I don't know. That's what you want to say, but you don't. So you just go along with it. The next thing you know, y'all ain't talking no more in a week. It be like that. It be like that. And you say, why? Why? Why is this happening to me? Why is that person not talking to me anymore? Or how come I can't? Blah, 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 blah. There's so many things that have been going on that you don't even realize been fucking you up. Fucking you up. But now this time around, you're gonna be like, this shit a breeze, god damn it. Because we own it. I was impossibly shy when I was younger. It depends. Shyness, I feel like come with, well, I ain't even gonna say that. I just say for myself. Shyness for me came from overthinking and just not knowing when to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there are many times in this throat chakra where you wanted to speak, but you didn't because there's someone older than you or more authority, or you didn't know if you were going to say the right thing or were you going to be corrected every single time, or, you know, all those things. Older brothers and sisters. Everybody swear they know more than you. You know, those sorts of things. You know how it be. I let myself believe that I had nothing important to say. Now, that is big. Everything you have to say is important to you. And that's how kids feel. That's why it doesn't matter if they want to put ketchup on their fucking ice cream. Not really. Not really. Now you can come in and tell them this, you can tell them that, you can tell them this, you can tell them that, this fear, and that's going to taste bad in your stomach. With some of these things, it's going to be true. Like that mixture and on your stomach afterwards. And it's like, ugh. Well, it's like every single time you are telling them, no, bad idea. Don't do that. Even if you say, hey, ice cream and ketchup, I've heard of that. You know, chocolate syrup could be a better choice. Even just little stuff like that. It sets up every single time, every single time, every single time, every single time. But that's the progression. Now that's a mild shit. But mild turned into fucking medium, which turned into fucking hot real fucking quick. The fear, it's that fear of it. It's that fear of it. You know what I'm saying? When a kid's walking down to the road and you, hey, and they turn around, you say, you got to look both ways. And they say, okay. They internalize the feeling they felt when someone had to yell at them when it was, you know what I'm saying? So those things. Believing that your words and the truth matter, and your truth matters, one of the key aspects of healing your throat chakra. How many people grew up in a church? How many people went to school? How many people had a set of parents, grandma, grandpa, aunts, uncles, cousins, older cousins? You know what I'm saying? How many times did your words matter? Not much. Sometimes they did, most times they didn't, because you were around other adults who was like, no, I don't believe your words and your truth matter. Not like that. They don't matter more than mine. And now you get it. Now you get how your parents were programmed. Now you know how you were programmed. And now you know how you're programming your kids. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fucking okay, God damn it. Because we have all the remedies within. We got all the answers within. Speaking clearly and concisely. When you're calm, peaceful, patient, and you're as good of a listener as you are a speaker. Woo! Right there. Can you listen as well as you speak? And that's one of the things that you see with children as well, going into those tween years, teenage years. It's like, are you actually listening? Are they actually listening to you? That's what you got to pick up on. It's like, wait a minute. Let me ask this. Like sometimes you got to test. You got to come in and you're like, wait a minute. Let me say a couple things and I want to hear back from you. I want to really listen. Because you really listen, you say, they weren't concerned about that. They were thinking about something else. Because whenever you're doing your good listening, as you get older, you can retort things back. That's where these real conversations are coming from. Even on small talk. I used to hate small talk because small talk didn't imply that somebody else was going to be listening to me. It was like, now I'm just going to sit here and listen to you for what? What am I going to gain from that? You doing all the talking, I'm doing all the listening. Now in observant mode, I'm like, hey, I like listening. I like it. I like listening. So always remember you have a limitless amount of potential energy waiting to be used. Ready to be used. Your insights are badly needed. That's one of the things as you grow older, as you grow into yourself more, you realize that your insights are needed. I know there's been a lot of people told you that what you say don't mean shit. You work in jobs that convey the message that what you think don't mean shit. What you make don't mean shit. Jobs that tell you that it's not important if people come in on time, that it don't matter if anybody gets a raise on time, that it doesn't matter if people actually move up in the company or if people are, if there's any gratitude that's given back as well. Like the way we've been talking to ourselves, we will attach ourselves to things that will give back to us our fears. In the hopes that it's like, nah, not this time. That nigga's gonna get this fear this time. That motherfucker's gonna say something to him. But this time, this one's not gonna go off like they always say they do. They're not going off this time. They're just gonna chill. So, release. You do matter. And I say that to myself. You do matter. So it's like, how? You have to look around and see that you matter. In what ways do you matter? Where you at? So let's read some of the using these journal prompts. She got 30 prompts in this month, right? So let's just read through them. maybe you've seen before, maybe you've already done them. Bring them back. I got a pen. I have a pen. Well, you know what? I'll write it. But yeah, I had that reflexology book, man. Oh my goodness, that reflexology book. I it's so beautiful because every time I do a foot massage, it's just yeah. Like even now, like I'm light on my feet, and that was done maybe 30, 45 minutes ago. So I love doing the reflexology, man. Just seeing where everything is, the connections, especially when I'm just able to do it on myself because I can feel it. Like I feel it. That. And that's the same way with these journal prompts. Like the more you use these tools, the more they become a part of you. You begin to feel them for yourself. Therefore, you never have to, even depending on who you are, and you know what I'm saying, how you built, how you design. Even if you speaking on these things, you won't feel the need to argue about them. You won't feel the need that you have to forcibly convince someone or convey the message to them that these things are working because you'll see it, you'll do it, you will be it, they will see it and be like, oh shit, all right, all right. Once again, no right or wrong way to these approach. Read them, choose the ones that work for you, ones that resonate with you. You choose to, or choose to answer one at a time. You know what I'm saying? However you move. Um, I I would venture to say for myself, meditating before you do these. You know what I'm saying? Get your little meditation. Hey, what's up, spirit? What's up, spirit guides, ancestor guides, entity guides? Here I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm here for. Um, I know we here for a specific reason on these throat chakra prompts. You know, I'm looking to release the things that I've been holding on to, knowingly and unknowingly, and I'm goddamn excited about what the fuck we gonna write down, like what's gonna come out of this, and what we're gonna uncover, what we're gonna birth up. You feel me? So, I mean, I appreciate it, and keen my awareness, and just stay fearless, stay optimistic, continue to see the best in everything that I'm writing, everything that I'm doing, and it's okay. It's okay to feel these emotions. Hey, I appreciate y'all like a motherfucker. Bet. And then you come on, do your thing. And of course, it could be a lot shorter than that. Let's see. When you do a practice, make sure you have some time to yourself where you won't be interrupted or distracted. Recommend 15, 20 minutes. From what I have done before and from what I've gathered from others as well, hey man, it's some creative motherfuckers out here for sure. Um, Writing these down before you go to bed. Well, not bed. Before you go to sleep. Fuck the bed. Before you go to sleep, write these down. You can. You know what I'm saying? Asking yourself, asking spirits as well. Your source. Also, write them down at the beginning of the day. Run them out at the beginning of the day. Checking back at the end of the day. Checking back at the end of the week. All right, so let's just go through a couple. How do I communicate in one-on-one conversations? How much do I listen and how much do I speak? Is this ratio balanced? Oh, let's see. One-on-one conversations. I like to listen. Depends on what we're talking about. I'll speak more. We had a phone conversation today, which was dope. I listened. I spoke. And it was dope because each time we spoke, we would carry off the last sentence that we had. So we'll continue. We're going back and forth. And also in conversations, you can feel the energy during the conversation. You can feel when someone's being grateful for where they are, because that gratitude, you can feel it, you can hear it. You're on a phone, so you're taking this into your ears. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not only do I get to speak my truth, I get to listen to someone else's truth. And wow, do our truths sound a little similar. And even if they don't sound similar, they are similar in the fact that we are both saying our truth. Tell your truth. And there's a balance. Hey, man, I know when it's not balanced. Kids. Kids, especially. Sometimes it's just a hug. So that could be the biggest one right there. And always remember, it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna say it. It's okay. How do I communicate in big group settings? Do I tend to sit back and listen, or do I speak freely? How much do I listen compared to how much I speak? Big groups. I know way back when I didn't speak in big groups. I sit back and listen. Speak freely. As I got older, I began to speak freely. The more I knew about myself, the more, because sometimes even if I'm in a big spot, you know, lots of people and whatnot, you know, I like to infuse my energy into the situation. So yeah, I'll make some jokes here and there. I'll speak freely depending on what I gotta say. I love to listen though, because I like to get the vibe of what's going on. You know? Doing more of both, doing more of speaking freely in a big group, knowing the situation of the big group as well. It's like, do I need to speak, or can I just chill? And that's what you ask in spirit for too, as well. Like, you're setting your intentions before you even go into these big group settings. So remember to write those down as well for myself. Why is it important to me to be patient and attentive listener? For me, I know that it is important for me to be patient and an attentive listener, because when I am patient and listening attentively, you get to watch the story unfold. You get to feel the story unfold. And there are many things that you probably will not even have to say, will not even have to think. And some of your fears and anxieties or your hesitations, they'll be answered. They will be answered, because most of the time you don't want to say those things because you're nervous, or you do want to forcibly say those things. Oh, I got to tell them, or else. I got to tell them, or else. I got to tell them, or else. Do you? Like, wait a minute. Why do you have to tell them so bad? What is it about you that needs to tell them so bad? Now, not saying that you ain't supposed to tell them at all. It's just saying, why? Why do you feel the need? You have to be the one to say it. Because I didn't have any balance on that. I feel I had to say something every fucking time, because I had to get that justice. In my mind, my justice was predicated on just a few things that I had learned. My justice was programmed. My love was programmed, pre-programmed. So it's like, you know what? Being patient has really allowed me to see the beauty in others. It's also I don't have to interject as much. You'd be like, oh, sometimes if you just patient and you just listen, you won't jump the gun. Or it's like, oh, I thought that you meant that. It's like, no, I was actually just, it's like, oh yeah, if I would have just not said anything and just waited. But it's also great just to go back and do that. It's just, hey, it's all about what you're trying to acknowledge about yourself. If you're willing to acknowledge it, shit, you're further along than what you're thinking. If you're feeling to yourself like, man, I can't do this, or I don't do that, come on now. You know a little something to be able to complain about it. You know how much power it takes to complain? Complaining is a powerful method as well. So I mean, shit. It's just manifesting in another way, just not as positive or as high vibrational. So, how do I feel when others are distracted or not listening when I speak? Before, I would definitely say I was like, man, fuck y'all. Like, I just be like, man, fuck whoever ain't listening. And I know where that took me. That took me to a place where I didn't want to speak. Think about it now. Throat chakra. We're talking about what you view as important. How important do you see yourself? Your insights are badly needed. If you're talking to people who are not listening to you or not paying attention, maybe they're not the ones who need your message. Maybe they're not the ones who need your conversation. Maybe they're not the ones who need your energy. They good. Keep it moving. And he's like, well, they talk to me all the time. I don't know if you notice, but sometimes you got to get around people and be in a space in which you aren't the pick and roll. You just in the wing. Like, there are many times where we concentrate ourselves on being Shaq and Kobe. Your ass need to be Cedric Sabalas, Eddie Jones, AC Green. Be the motherfucker to just get rebounds and then see how that offense works. So you've been playing point guard, or you've been a shooter, or you've been a coach. You know what I'm saying? Or you've been something else. Be another role player one time. Be another role player. It's okay. Like, you don't always have to have the ball when there are many times when you get outside of your role, and you will see that other people respond the same fucking way, whether you scoring 30, 50, or have 0 points. You ever had that one work friend and you're like, yeah, you miss a couple of days of work, you come back, fuck happened? I thought we was, nah, they got somebody else. You know why? Because this is something that they do all the time. This is how they roll. Like, don't put all your insights on somebody else and think they're that important. But that's what we did when we were kids. Such and such isn't paying attention to me. They don't like me. Such and such isn't paying attention to me. They don't love me. Such and such won't play with me. They're not my friend. Such and such won't call me. They don't come over anymore. They're not my friend. Let's get a little older. Such and such won't call me back. They wouldn't go to the prom with me. Girls don't like me at all. Let's do it some more. Such and I can't date anymore. I have to do it online. Even when I go online, I can't find any dates. Nobody likes me. Huh? How do you think that affects you all the way up? Would you think you just stop liking motherfuckers at 22? What do you think, you just stop liking people at 28? No, motherfucker. You've been not liking people since you were 3. But it wasn't on you. It was programmed into you. So Yeah, it is. It is important. It is important that you find where you're good at. You find where you are needed. Because when you do not, you find yourself putting your energy into many places. And you're just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You're doing the lottery. All right, let me get a 15, let me get a 43, let me get a 22 and a 9. I will put 10 over here, 20 over here, 5 over here, and $1 scratch off. One of them gonna hit. What happens when none of them hit? Oh. Oh. But you have to believe in what you're saying. That's one of the main things. You gotta believe in what you're saying. Is it proof that you like? Have you the things that you're speaking about with everybody else? Or is it proof? Is a proof of it? You know what I'm saying? If you own these crystals and you're talking to a whole bunch of motherfuckers who don't care about crystals, what are you doing? Especially if you are feeling a certain type of way about yourself. What are you doing that for? Why would you be doing that? Because these are the things that happened to us when we were kids. These are the things that happened to us when we were in middle school. My vote doesn't count. Isn't that what motherfuckers been saying when we get old? Your vote don't count. Your vote don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean nothing. It really doesn't, but whatever. The concept of nothing I do matters. I hear kids say that all the fucking time. I remember saying that shit as a kid. Nothing I do matters. I can't make you happy. Yeah, because you can. What do you mean? Happiness is not something that you force upon someone. Happiness starts on the inside. It's a fucking inside job that we keep outsourcing for work. What's next? Ooh. Right? What methods of communication do I feel most comfortable with? What methods of communication do I feel least comfortable with? Face to face. I liked face to face because I could see you, I could feel you, I could hear you, eye contact, those sorts of things. And also, I just had a certain, if you're willing to show up, if you're willing to drive, or you're willing to open your business up at a certain time, or you're willing to allow me to come to your house or your home, or you're willing to drive to see me, or those certain things, then I believe, hey, a motherfucker put some effort into this. So, especially transportation is like an effort thing. Um, Talking over texting, but then getting to the point of being comfortable with texting as well. Am I there yet? I feel we are. I feel we are. It's just how much I'm willing to actually put into it. Uh, yeah, we can definitely improve that as well. We can definitely improve that as well, especially because I know the better I get at communicating with myself, the more comfortable I'm communicating with others. And that's just real shit for me. Like, if I don't feel like talking to myself, I'm not gonna talk to you. It's just point blank like that. If I ain't talking to myself, I'm not gonna talk to you. If I don't like the way I'm talking to myself, I definitely damn sure ain't gonna like the way I'm talking to you. Um, and it's just like just noticing that and saying, we know what to do now. Because we don't have to be in that state. How can I clearly and effectively communicate so that I have the undivided attention of those that I'm speaking to? Let's see. For myself, I definitely say meditating, praying on it, and asking source. Be like, hey, just asking that straight up. How can I clearly and effectively communicate? I have the undivided attention of those that I'm speaking to, whether it's in business, whether it's at home, whether, you know what I'm saying, it's on the job, wherever it is. It's, am I good? Am I good before I start talking? Am I good before I start communicating? Because communication is all in here. Communication, I feel, is like in here. It's in here. So if I'm communicating with myself through rituals, I'm communicating with myself with creative writing. We humming, we doing our vowel sounds. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our yoga. So if I'm communicating back to my body that I'm good, I feel, you know what I'm saying, it's going to manifest itself on the outside as well. Right, 10 to 15 positive affirmations that affirm your ability to speak clearly and confidently, as well as why your voice matters. Right? No, repeat each affirmation twice. We should do that. Write an open letter to somebody in your life, a current or past partner, friend, relative, boss, co-worker, anyone acquaintance. What have you always wanted to say to this person but never found the courage or the right words? Oh shit. We're gonna cry. We're gonna cry on this motherfucker. I already know it. Oh, that's gonna be a good one though. Oh my goodness. What have you always wanted to say but never said? Words I never said. I remember when this was a big thing, I worried a lot about people that I would never get a chance to talk to, speak to, mend things with. Shouts out to Spirit being like, look, nigga, all that fuckboy shit that you see in the movies, don't worry about that shit, nigga. We got so much better for you. Close your eyes and do it. Close your eyes and go. Just close your eyes and go. And I'll be like, shit, that's simple enough for me. Superman. Open up. I see. In what situations do I hold back from speaking my truth? Are there any situations in which I withdraw, even when I have something to say? Many times. Are you kidding me? Many times. There are many times I withdraw. I'll see something and I'll be like, that is why we have a podcast. You know what? One of the best remedies I feel for this shit right here, get you a goddamn microphone, Zoom, start talking. All that shit that you want to say about your mama, your daddy, the time in the third grade, the fourth grade, 1992, when the bombings happened, when George Bush was in Iraq, and you wanted to say all that shit, but you never did. When Colin Kaepernick was kneeling and you had your own opinion about it, but you never told anybody because you didn't know if anybody was going to listen, and you didn't want to get booted off of Facebook. It's okay. Say it then. Say it then. You never know what you never know what might come up, man. Shit. Fuck around, get these traumas up out of here. Fuck around, get this judgment up out of you. Fuck around, be lighter than a feather, goddamn. Fuck that, man. Come on now. How can I cultivate more confidence in situations where I am called to speak my truth? Continue to speak the truth. Keep visualizing it. Visualize, 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 visualize. Visualize speaking your truth in those situations in which you haven't done it in the physical realm, right? Visualize yourself doing it and note that feeling. Note the feeling that you feel. You're like, oh, yeah, it's like, yes, I do feel good about telling such and such about this. That way you tell the truth, you speak that truth. You speak that truth on the up here. You speak your truth from on here. You speak your truth on the inside. Shit. Might come out that is. That's what it is. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. In what ways can words be powerful? What are some examples of times when words held immense power in my life? Words hold a lot of power for me, because now I know what's within, what they matter for me. Like just something as simple as deadline, right? I remember a couple years ago, Dico Sosis came through and was like, "What's up, nigga? It's time to wake up, nigga. Let's go. It's go time." So it's like, I bet deadline was a word. I remember being at work and just being like, you know what? There's certain vibrations for me when I say certain words. It's just be like, let me check it out. Deadline. So etymology. So this is what I'm saying. In what ways can words be powerful? Words are powerful because for me, when I'm checking these things out, as far as deadline, time limit, right? Deadline, do not cross. To mean a do not cross line in Civil War prisons. And it's a line that you don't cross or your ass gonna be killed. You know what I'm saying? So knowing what the words have power is, knowing that words have power for me is also knowing what I can do with that, especially when someone else is saying something and I know it for this. Like when people say weird, right? Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I don't want to talk to them because they're weird. It's so weird. You're weird. Weird. Having power to control fate. Thank you. Well, then I'll be that, goddamn. Like that's the power for me. The power is I don't need to argue with you no more about what weird is. Matter of fact, I don't need to argue in my mind about it. You said weird, you got it that way. I know weird is this because I have more information because I've looked it up and I've proven it to myself and I've actually used it. I know the vibration now. I'm good. So, yeah, looking words up. Reflect on this statement. My words and my voice matter. List all the ways in which this is true. If you have kids, your words and your voice matter. If you have kids, nieces, nephews, you're a teacher, coach, guidance counselor, whatever, don't matter. Your words and your voice matter. Matter of fact, go look in the mirror. Your words, your voice matters. Because if words and voices didn't matter, you wouldn't listen to the ones that don't say anything. You wouldn't listen if they didn't matter at all. You wouldn't be paying attention to the silence. So I know that my words and my voice matter. I know they do. Like my voice matters when I come in and say, "Hey, how's it going?" My voice matters. The tone matters. The way the message I'm trying to get across matters. The lessons that I'm giving matter. The examples that I say matter. They all matter. Now, of course, writing these goes a lot different, a lot deeper, as well as for me as well. What are guiding principles and truths that I carry with me throughout my life? Guiding principles and truths. Yeah, this one's a good one. I'll have to write these down. How do I live my authentic truth in my daily life? Let's look up authentic. My OG truth. I do the things that I've been doing forever, as far as like that are internal, like deep breathing. deep breathing is like a way to get to that authentic truth. For me, because if not, I'm just gonna be riding around here, goddamn ego, just doing everything. I don't like, I don't want to do that. Ow, ooh, you hurt me. I love you. Somebody have sex with me because I'm those sorts of things. We've been going through that, man. We went through that shit. You went through that program, but now we better because we know better. We know better. What does it mean to carry myself with integrity? Integrity. So this. Innocence, blamelessness, chastity, purity. Carrying myself with integrity is one of those. I'm not blaming myself. Therefore, I have you. You would say I have integrity because I can't blame you for shit that I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether and it's one of those I'm able to take accountability because I'm not gonna throw this shit off on you because I already know you. I'm good. Like I know myself so much that I'm willing to take this. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm blaming myself for a lot of shit on the inside, well, you gonna blame your ass too. And we know, and just knowing those things come about, be like, there we go. There we go. That's that blamelessness. Well, how do I stop blaming other people? I have to stop blaming myself. Meditation, forgive self, forgive others. Boom, boom, paka. How do I feel about gossip? Not my thing at all. I don't like gossip. I've seen it. I understand it. I've seen where it comes from. I get it. I get why people do it. How does it make me feel when I gossip about it? I am don't just don't even for me. Just don't even bring it to me. I'm good. I'm good. I like to bow out of that shit. But always remembering for myself, even when in those uncomfortable situations, that is an opportunity for me to remember that my words and my voice matter. So anytime someone is gossiping about someone else, I ain't partaking. And if it's on me to say something, then shout out Spirit for giving me them words to say, because we gonna say them motherfuckers. On God. How can I open myself up more to up? How can I open myself up to more opportunities for creative expression? Doing them, not being afraid of the things that we've done before. Anytime there's a hesitation about something, expressing myself, especially like I like the microphone. What's another way? I like to write. Drawing, I can draw. Um, the kids definitely, with their creativity, have really opened up portals for me because just watching them do things, I can have fun too, as well. I'm like, oh shit, I do like to do that. Or you know what I'm saying? You know how you get to a certain age and you be like, oh shit, I don't do shit like that no more. Or it's like that limiting behavior, that limiting thought process. We've been through a lot of programs that limit ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So opening yourself up like that. Oh man, this is good. I'm doing this for a minute. I'm gonna get back in. Why is it important to me to have an open and balanced throat chakra? Yo, my shit gotta be open and balanced so I can move the way I'm fucking supposed to move. Like for me, figuring finding these codes on myself is the adventure. Uh, whether it's even getting something like this, right? Like this is a code for me. These are codes. You know what I'm saying? This is a code for me. Every number, every letter, all of it. All of it's code. Even the ones in the corner. 28, 28, 66. Those are codes. RT codes. 16, 2 16s, codes. Like, is it important for me for this shit to be balanced, man? Because not only just for me, like there's motherfuckers around me, so they'll know what it look like, what it feels like. So whenever they're going through their times, I know I'm there to communicate. I'm there to listen. I'm there to, you know what I'm saying, just give a helping hand, or just a helping hug, or a hey, you know what I'm saying? Like these prompts right here, just to be like, hey, your words and your voice matter. It's like, oh, I hear something from you. Or, you know what I'm saying, kid gets off the bus, they don't, hey, this was it. The kids will get off the bus, right? At the very beginning of school, you know, get off the bus, hey, what's up? Kind of couple weeks, they get off the bus, they stop hugging, stop high-fiving, those sorts of things. So I started to feel a certain type of way, I ain't gonna lie. There was sometimes I just wouldn't even come outside. Especially if she was there, I was just like, hey, you go outside, I'm good, I'll be in here. I'll wait for him to come in. Because I felt a certain type of way every time I would go out there. You know what I'm saying? You wait, you're like, hey, what's up? Everybody just walk on by. But what I started, first couple of times, I'd be like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck going on here? I do something, you something, and it's got to the point where I had to listen. Shouts the spirit, just being like, God just being like, it's the God in you that's speaking. Just like, no, just slow down. Breathe. It's okay. What do you notice? Why would this ever be happening? Why would a kid not want to give you a hug as soon as they get off the bus? Because once I asked myself that question, I realized once we went inside, you know, after they did this and put the clothes and, you know, back over here, getting their lunch, that stuff, then all of a sudden a hug would come in about 5-10 minutes later, right? Probably the first 2 times, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, see, that's what I'm talking about, woo, 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 woo. And then it sinks in because I'm still interested. I'm still interested in why. Why would this be happening? Because I'm reacting a certain way and I shouldn't, but I am. So why am I reacting this way, right? So I just got it to where when they come off the bus, I know ain't no kid trying to get hugged in front of everybody else. And I do remember those, you know, didn't just straight up ask them, but you hear conversations. And then you get it. You're like, oh yeah. Not too many kids want to just hug their peoples as soon as they get off the bus in front of everybody else. They rather hug inside. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. Would I prefer you be able to hug out here as well as in here? Yes. Is that something that's happening right now? No. Will I continue to come outside? Yes. So now when I'm out there, I don't try to do a hug. I do a fist bump or an elbow bump. Get it how you get it. Get it how you get it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Spirit, God, goddesses, universe, divine, has given us so many opportunities, given me so many opportunities to work this motherfucker. There's so many ways to answer this shit. And it's like, how are you going to answer it? What is your response? You know what I'm saying? What are your intentions coming out? So now the intentions are set. Therefore, I ain't got to trip on just the little things. Those little things can turn into big things real quick. You know what I'm saying? Where next thing, like if that would have continued and I never asked why, and I kept being bittered and stuck in my own trauma from my own lives, it's like, you know, a couple months from now, it's nobody's hugging. Nobody's hugging in public. Oh, that's just something we don't do. You sure about that? You sure about that? The next thing you know, your kid, 20 years old, talking about, yeah, my dad just doesn't hug me out in public. I don't know why he doesn't do that. And then I'm sitting over here 10 years from now, 15 years from now, talking about, yeah, they don't hug me in public. Man, they used to get off the bus and they ain't even hug me getting off the bus. Well, they didn't want to hug you in front of people. Come on, they're kids. At least they gave you a hug on this. Nah, man, motherfucker's supposed to hug me anywhere when I goddamn say it. Show me love whenever. Fuck them. Now, that may have been an exaggeration. But that's some real shit. That's some real shit that bubbles up inside of us. That's some real shit that can bubble up in front of you when you don't goddamn take care of that shit real quick. When you ain't goddamn breathing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't goddamn doing your mantras. You ain't talking to your tree no more. You know what I'm saying? Your inner monologue with yourself, keep telling yourself, no, it ain't right. It ain't right. Fuck em. They supposed to do this. They supposed to do that. Expectations of somebody else doing something for you. Because you keep saying to yourself, my words and my voice don't matter. I keep talking to them, but they won't listen. They don't ever listen. But the truth is, it all boils down to how much of myself do I care? How much of myself am I willing to share about it? Am I willing to tell the truth to myself about myself? And how much of myself am I willing to accept? Will I acknowledge? Am I aware? Will I write it down? Do I actually want to get through it? Is this something that, you know what I'm saying, that we actually want to affirm? So, Throat Chakra. Shouts out to Zanna Keithley for this website that we on. We're gonna fuck with it. We're gonna write some things down. We're gonna be dope. Yeah, we got them freebies too. So yeah, Throat Chakra. You already know. Let's Yeah, I know that. I'm a go. Yeah, we got some music. I think it's time to get some. It's time to get some dinner. Just cooking. What shall we cook? We could do some pasta. But yeah, Throat Chakra. I'll go ask and see what they're looking for. And listen. Yeah, let's listen and see what we got. But yeah, Throat Chakra, man. Shit, we got more. This is gonna be a great one. I would say the Throat Chakra was definitely one that was blocked last year, 2 years ago. So yeah, and getting balance on that. It's like, yeah, you speaking your truth, but are you balancing in that shit? You know what I'm saying? Because it can be real easy to be like, yeah, I got this. I do got this. I got this. Yes, we do. And there's a big difference in, I got this, motherfucker. I got this because y'all pump bitches ain't got this shit. Yeah, I got this shit, nigga. There's a, come on now. Internally. Now, Just know it's okay, because even if you had to do that shit back then just to get to where you are now, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. We all have our defense systems. But once you know more about yourself than the defense systems, you don't need to defend anymore. Just like Kobe was saying, I wake up at 4 o'clock. I work out from 4 to 6. Next thing you know, I'm working out from 7 to 10. I come back, do my thing. I go back on working from 2 to 4. I do my thing. I come back, I'm working from 6 to 8 or 5 to 7. So if I'm working out 8 hours a day, every day, 8 hours a day, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a week, in 6 months, the low vibrations ain't gonna be able to keep up with your ass. How about that? How about that? That's what I'm in the gym for. I'm in the gym because these goddamn low vibrations ain't gonna be able to fuck with a nigga in a little bit. Couple weeks, couple months. Shit. That's what that shit's about. That's what it's about. That's why you put it, that's why I'm putting in that work in. Because these low vibrations ain't gonna have shit on me, nigga. These motherfuckers out here defending me like Pat Beverly. Nigga, man, hold up. Pat Bev, do what you do. Make me uncomfortable. I want you to make me uncomfortable. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to. Your job is trying to make somebody uncomfortable. That's what low vibrations is doing. Low vibrations is there to make you uncomfortable. Or to reel you in so you can sit down. But you done worked out so much. You don't, unconditional love. Dribble, 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 step back, shoot. Peace. Crossover, step back, shoot. Crossover, step back, shoot. You've been working on your compassion. You've been working on your courage. You've been working on your chakras. You've been working on it, working on it, working on it. You work on it so much because your intentions are, there's going to be some stuff that ain't even, that's not, that there are going to be some things that you are not even going to react to anymore. And you're going to be surprised the first couple times. Like, wait a minute. It's like, wow. The phone called. I didn't know the number and I still picked up. Why? Because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of wasting my time. I don't waste my time. There is no time wasted. Nope. So do your thing, March champion. You take what you take, because I did. I did what I did and I'm doing it. So you do what you do and done it. March champion, 131 zone, MooRooM.